Hello and welcome to Piano Shack with me, Woody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, you've seen the title, but I'm not here to brag or boast about how much gear I have. I simply want to let you know that I'm investing heavily into the channel. I've bought a load of synths, drum machines, groove boxes, so that we'll have lots of interesting new topics going ahead. But you want to know what I've bought, so I won't waste any more of your time. Here's the first item that I picked up, and it is, of course, the Korg Wavestate. Now, you've seen me demonstrate the software version of this, you've seen me demonstrate the 1990s Wavestation, the original version. I've never ever set my hands on the Wavestate. This is the Mark I. The only difference with this and the Mark II is that the Mark II has 96 note polyphony. This one has only 64, but I think that'll be enough for me. The other reason why I bought this is because it has an amazing rhythmic sequencer that I think will work very nicely in combination with my new drum machine. So let me show you that now. But yeah, here we go. This is the Wavestate. Bought this used. It's about 5 years old, I suppose. I paid $500 for this. Let's put it down there. Drum machine, yes. This probably needs no introduction. This is Roland's TR-8S, one of the most successful and popular drum machines in recent times. The reason I bought this is because, well, it's a bit of a no-brainer really. When you think drum machines, or at least me, I'm thinking of the 505, 606, 706, 707, 727, 808, 909, CR78, all of those legendary drum synthesizers, drum machines are on board here using not samples, but Roland's ACB, analog circuit behavior modeling. There's even an FM synthesizer engine on here for some really freaky drum tones and lots of hands-on controls. This will be the brain for my new doorless jamming setup. So yeah, Roland TR-8S, which I bought brand new from Thomann for about $700. That's US dollars. I also have the Machine Plus, of course, and that will be sharing the groove box duties with this thing. I have another groove box which I bought the other day as well. More on that later. Well, what do we have next? So I was going to show you the boxes as well. I was going to show you the boxes first and then show you the hardware, but we have the Wavestate box there, so it's in immaculate condition. Really pleased with this deal. We'll put that down here. And we have the box for the drum machine. Sorry, I was doing everything in the wrong order and spoiling the suspense. There is the TR-8S. This was the Thomann B stock. So this was returned for some reason back to the retailer. So I got a little $50 discount on it or something. Yeah. Okay, the next one I haven't even unboxed yet. This one I thought would also work really well in a doorless jamming environment. The reason I bought this in particular, it's a mono synth, and I'm not really the hugest fan of mono synths, but this one sounds so good when it has been used by, I think he's called Chris, of the battery operated orchestra. Chris and Bridget, I'm really sorry if I got the name wrong, I'm useless with names. He uses this for all of the basses. It sounds absolutely phenomenal. Let's have a look. So this is, yes, the Novation Bass Station, an analog monosynth. And this is not something particularly new either. This design and model has been around for about 10 years and it's become a bit of a classic, possibly the most popular monosynth of all time. I'm hazarding a guess. Either this or the Mini-Moog, I suppose. Let me know in the comments if you have any suggestions. But this is pretty affordable. This one cost me brand new. I think I bought this again from Thomann for about $500. And I hope I'll get on really well with this. It's got a sequencer as well, so I can synchronize it up to the drum machine and get some really fat bass lines together with the 808 or the 909 on that thing. So yeah, stick around to the end of the video and we'll unbox this together for the first time. Okay, we have more. Let's do these two little ones first. Yes, it's time to say hello again to an old friend. This one came, I bought this used. You can't even buy these anymore. It was a limited edition, no longer in production. The deck saver was included. It is, of course, the D05, Roland's boutique version of the iconic digital synth from the 1980s, Roland's D50. I have demonstrated this on the piano, on the channel before, many years ago. Just been playing with this a little bit in recent days. I didn't realize how great this is. This is a fantastic sounding and very well featured device with also sequencers. Everything I've bought has sequencers so that we can synchronize it up with MIDI clock to the drum machine. Yeah, look at that. D05, absolutely beautiful thing. We've even got these docks, which I can use now to good effect to tilt them up. Yeah, all included in the price. I paid $700 for this, together with the next synth I'm going to show you. Okay, here we go. This is another boutique, as you can see, again with a deck saver and the tilty stand. So let's tilt it right away. This is very exciting. This is Roland's most recent boutique, I think, the JD09. This, is that what it's called? JD08, which is a recreation of the JD800 synthesizer, a digital synth. It came after the D50, probably about 10 years afterwards. But the thing about the JD800 was it was laden with controls, just like this one is. And the cool thing about this particular boutique, it's digital, lots and lots of polyphony, so no worries about running out of notes, 2-part multi-timbral and a 2-track sequencer, which again I can sync up to the drum machine so I can have a bass line going on this and perhaps some interesting arpeggio or melodic part using a different sound. So that's the JD08 with deck saver and the stand, the pair of these, $700. Then we have this, and it's about time we got one of these, I think. This is another grey box, so you know it's a Korg. This is the Minilogue, or the Minilogue, I'm not quite sure how you say it. There's a picture of it there, and this is Korg's iconic, legendary, it's a bit of a modern classic, their 4-voice analog polyphonic synthesizer, again with a polyphonic sequencer here. So I can get some really interesting patterns and grooves going in my doorless jamming setup. This synthesizer was released about, I want to say, 7 years ago or something, so I'm very late to the party. I've been holding off on buying one because for me, 4-note poly is not really good enough. I grew up on the Juno 6-note poly, and for playing nice sustaining chords with your right hand and a bass note, 4 isn't quite enough. It's on the edge there, so that's why I haven't been tempted to get one of these before. But because of its popularity, I thought I should give it a chance and maybe I'll reconsider. But I did get the hugest shock when I unboxed this. I unboxed it a couple of days ago and I don't quite know what to do because we have a slight issue. Let me show you. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? No. You're not ready for this. Check this out. This is my Minilogue with red keys. This is not what I ordered. Guys, before I give you my opinions on this, let me know in the comments, what do you think about this Minilogue? This, if you didn't know, is the special ultra limited edition version of the Minilogue called the Minilogue. I'm sorry, I'm switching between Minilogue and Minilogue. Apologies for that. If anybody from Korg is watching, let me know how to say it. It's a Moog thing, I guess. This is the Minilogue. Bass It's called the Minilogue Bass, the special edition, although it's got nothing to do with bass. It does a variety of different sounds, but that's what they chose to call it. Yeah. What do you think? For me, whilst I think some parts of this are really beautiful, the textured graphics, these swirly graphics on the control panel look absolutely beautiful. And by the way, I'm very impressed with the build quality of this. It's really sturdy. A nice aluminium top chassis. We've got red tinted wood on the back. But these keys, I just think they're, I'm sorry Korg, but I think they're hideous. So I did check on the Korg website. I bought this brand new from a retailer here in Sweden. I paid $500 for it. And when I checked online, I saw that this was actually more expensive. Korg charged more for this. It's $100 extra. So I did get a better deal, but I just can't handle looking at those red flats and sharps. Otherwise, I think the design is really nice. If they'd have been white, I'd have been all in, but the red, for me, this cannot be a keeper with this color scheme. So I'm not quite sure what to do, if I should just sell it on privately or return it for the regular gray Minilogue with the standard keys. We'll have to see what I do about that. Let me know in the comments if you can give me any advice, because I'm a little bit stumped what to do. I was probably not going to keep this Minilogue for very long anyway, because there is a more advanced version, as you no doubt know, called the Minilogue XD, which has an extra oscillator, better effects. But I thought we'd start with this, and then I'd upgrade a few months down the line. So I'm not sure what to do with this. Interestingly, it's got a single monophonic output. You don't see that on synths much these days. It's nearly always stereo, but this is a totally mono synth. So let's put that in a position of glory here on your left. Okay, so those are the first mystery synth pickups revealed to you. I have another 6 or 7 in the post, in transit, or waiting for me to pick up at the delivery center. So I'll make a video in the next couple of days and share that with you, with all of the other goodies that I've bought. Now, you might be wondering why I don't just contact the brands, because I have relationships with all of these manufacturers, and get some of these for free. And that's a good question that I'd like to talk about for just a second. So most of these are relatively low value items. Some of them I've bought used, and that means I can just sell them on when I have finished making videos about them, unless it's a keeper, for more or less what I paid for it. So it's basically free anyway. It's like a free rental. The other stuff here I bought new. There's a few more items I bought new as well that are on the way, but relatively low value items, $500, $700. But it does all add up. And yes, it's true. In the last week, I've spent over $4,000 on new and used synths, groove boxes, drum machines. For these kind of low value items, I don't really want to waste my time and the brand's time by negotiating on loans and having stuff sent to me, or perhaps scrounging for free stuff. I don't want to do that. There's no way I could have got this amount of gear in 1 week by negotiating with the brands, although I am super grateful for the brand collaboration when it comes to the more expensive items, like the loan of the Genos 2, for example, which is $5,000, and I'm not going to drop that. I can't really justify that kind of money just to make a few videos. The final thing is that I can't help thinking it's somewhat more authentic as well to you, my viewers. I've bought all of this stuff just like you probably have to. So I think that's more relatable. We can relate more to each other when I actually buy the gear myself. And the final thing is I can do whatever I like with these. I can say whatever I like with these because I bought them with my own money, and that feels super refreshing, to be honest. Anyway, let me join you again in a couple of days when I unbox and reveal. Actually, talking of that, we've got an unboxing to do at the end here. But join me in a couple of days with another video where I'll reveal all of the other stuff. This is only half of what I ordered. But now, let's open the base station. This is one of the synths that excites me the most. I'm just going to check if he really is called Chris. Yeah, Bridget Rose and Chris Black, so I'm glad I got that right. Go and check out Boo Electric, their web page. Fantastic synth pop duo. Okay, Bass Station 2. Enough chit chat, let's get this thing open. Super excited about this. Do we need to? Even more exciting since it's brand new. It's been a while since we did an unboxing on the channel, I think. A few little bits and bobs. This is a trend I don't like. Not only do you get wall warts, but they're generic and you have to attach the right plug to them. Ugh. But I see this on everything these days. Yeah. International wall warts. Oh, a matching colour USB cable. Like that. Power adapter. So I bought this because of its form factor as well, very compact. Get rid of this. This thing is a beauty, totally made of plastic, but I can already tell this, oh, look at that. I love my synths in garish colours, except for red keys. This is a beaut. Feels lovely. Wow. Yep, despite being plastic, this thing feels wonderful. Nice big filter knob, if that's what that is. Yeah, loving this. Look at that thing. What a beaut. Can't wait to get stuck into this. A very, very simple mono synth. 2 oscillators, pair of envelopes, filter, and a fantastic step sequencer. And of course, with all this doorless jamming stuff, we need, of course, a cool desk. So I bought one of those as well. $20. Used. Did I give you a price on the Bass Station? I don't remember. Quite expensive actually, 500 bucks. For this, brand new. So let me give you a closer look of some of this gear. Yeah, fairly inexpensive, but everything adds up. For the price of all of this stuff, I could have actually got myself, for example, a flagship workstation like the Roland Phantom. Well, this stuff plus the other stuff that's incoming. I could have got myself new montage, maybe a little bit, a good chunk of the Yamaha Genos 2 I could have bought as well. So yeah, there you go. So I'm actually interested to see. I haven't really done much of this compact synth desktop music before, the doorless jamming as they say. So it's going to be very interesting to see how I get on with that. And if I think it is better value to buy separate synths or a workstation, and which of course is the most fun to work with. The thing that really appeals to me so far is how modular everything is. Perhaps I can establish one of these as my favourite bass synth and drum machine, and then swap out the other parts until I get the one that really clicks and connects with me. So you can mix and match, swap things around. I think it's going to be really cool. Super excited, by the way, to play some more D50 sounds for you again. So thank you so much to you, my viewers, for joining me on this new musical journey. Now would be a good time for you to subscribe, and thank you so much. I really mean it if you already have done. Until then, I'll see you next time. Cheerio.